everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I have a secret. You ready?
Hi! And I have
a cat! So we're gonna be filming.
We're practicing.
Yes, already off to a good start, right, Lons? Right.
Right.
Alonso's there. Alright, so let's get right to it.
Okay.
At the PCPD, Paul wants to discuss the General Hospital murders with Jordan.
He does.
At the hospital, Franco overhears that there's a lead on the hospital killer when Valerie and Curtis are talking.
And he jumps in.
Franco wants to know if they're looking at someone besides him because that can help him say hi. Okay.
Oh, and I have a cat.
That can help him with the hospital board. I can't think.
Right, to
with
show
his,
he's innocent.
Yeah, with his suspension.
Yes.
And Jason brings Jake to see Elizabeth, and Jake says that there's exciting news.
And you know what his exciting news is?
What's,
he ate 4 pancakes.
Yeah, that's just the height of excitement.
I eat 4 pancakes. It's not news.
So Jason sends Jake to the vending machine so he can talk to Elizabeth, and they briefly talk about the funeral just a little bit, and he says that he knows Sam is pregnant now, and he knows that's what they were talking about, and that she's malaria free, and Sam wants to wait until the first trimester to tell everyone, although like half the people in Port Charles know by the end of this episode.
I think everybody knows now.
Yeah. So he has more news. Sam and he are getting married.
They are, and that's so exciting. And Elizabeth kind of like acts like she's
so happy.
Yeah, happy.
Just yeah. So she's like, "I'm happy if you're happy," which you know is just code for I'm unhappy.
That was good. We did not practice that.
And yeah, she's so convincing.
Yeah, she's
so
sad.
He says that, you know, she'll always be a part of the family because she's Jake's mom, and her blessing means a lot to him, which I think that means a lot, little bit, medium amount to her.
Well, he's sincere.
Yeah.
We know that, but she's very insincere.
Well, I mean, I half don't blame her. I mean, it's hard. But at the same time, I'm still convinced that had she not pulled that stunt, he and her would have actually had a relationship together.
They
like,
could.
that wasn't based on lies. I really do.
They could still be together.
Anyway, so Franco tells Elizabeth the police have another lead.
There you go.
And
not that far.
but she's crying, and he's like, "Why are you crying?"
She's so sad.
He says he's going to appeal his suspension, and she doesn't want to talk about what's upsetting her. And he's like, "Okay," and goes to walk away. But she does want to talk about it, so she does anyway. And you know, Sam is pregnant. They're getting married, and they're going to have their happily ever after. It really is.
I like that.
And her life is still a mess. And at this point, I'm like, why do I identify so hard with Elizabeth? It's scaring me. So Franco talks her up to herself and basically makes the point that you can love someone but not be the one for them. And he says that he hopes she has a great life with whoever she winds up with, and that he feels like that'll be soon for her. And for some reason, when he's talking about this, I'm thinking about Ewan. Remember Ewan with that whole mess?
I remember Ewan.
Do you remember Ewan?
Yes,
I don't know why he popped into my head, but
I did
he
not
did.
think of him at all.
Yeah, that was not a happily ever after.
I don't know how he popped in for that, but
so
not for me.
Elizabeth will talk. So Franco just kind of like offhand says something about Elizabeth maybe talking at his hearing just like as a joke, and she's like, just tell me where and when and I will. So like she's all for it. And
she sends mixed messages to him.
Yeah, because I think she doesn't know what she wants. Like it's not like a on purpose mixed messages. It's like a mixed messages, right, Alonzi? Right.
And I think she really likes him, but she worries what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, and the fact that he kidnapped her child back in the day.
Right, and he was a murderer.
I try to separate James Franco and Roger Howarth Franco, because he's working so hard to make an unredeemable character redeemable, and I feel like it's not fair for me to just keep judging him based on like what James Franco did to.
Well, but that was when he.
Why is James Franco haunting General Hospital?
That's when he had the tumor.
Yeah.
So the tumor's gone.
And the whole James Franco story did prompt us to go to California. So, but James Franco haunts my life. Well, me and Cassie.
I know, you had a good time.
So also at the the hospital, Claudette and Griffin are kissing, and he missed her, and then he says they can't do this. Talk about mixed messages, right? And then turns out Maxie and Nathan walked in on on them, and we're kind of watching for a few seconds. Oops.
Caught in the act.
Maxie lays into Claudette, and it's like, Griffin, really? You're gonna stray? Like, you're gonna do it with her? Really, really, really? Like,
because Maxie has no clue.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, there are better people to stray with. So Nathan thinks Griffin knows Claudette because, you know, he used to live in New York City, and Claudette was really religious, and he was at a parish in New York City.
He put it together fast.
Yeah, super fast. I literally write super fast. And
he's a detective.
Yeah, that Griffin was the man he shot, and like he put those puzzle pieces together like that, which I was proud of him, but at the same time I was like, I kind of expected something different for the final reveal that they've been teasing for months. Like, I don't know, I pictured it differently.
Yeah, didn't quite expect it to happen that way.
Yeah, I was like low-key disappointed, but like overall, like, you know, it was still a great scene. I'm not gonna like take away. I just kind of wished it would have unfolded a little bit differently, so we could have gotten more dramatic looks, like dun dun dun, like dramatic soap opera music. I wanted it. So
we'll have to add that in.
Maxie feels betrayed that Griffin let her go on and on about like this whole thing when he was the one involved, and he says
she's right.
He felt guilty, which is why he didn't report the shooting. And Nathan is like, well, why didn't you come back and tell me? And Griffin's like, cause you're the one who, like, you shot me. You shot me. And at that, I'm like, yeah, you shot him. Like,
you shot him.
You want him just to knock on your door? Excuse me. Yeah, you shot me yesterday, but like, it's totally cool. Like, no, he could be a psychopath. He could shoot you again.
Because you don't know what Claudette told Griffin about Nathan.
Yeah.
He could have thought that he would kill him totally.
Shot him.
Well, you know, totally.
Yeah. So, and that, you know, Griffin's taking responsibility for his part, but Nathan needs to take responsibility for shooting an unarmed man. Hair flip.
He's been living with that for years. It's eating him up a lot.
Yeah, I think he's more mad about that. But then he gets a little, like, over the line about, like, Claudette, and me and Maxie take issue with that. So Nathan shifts the responsibility back on Griffin, and then Claudette's like, no, I'm the one to blame.
She wants all the blame.
Yeah, and then poor Maxie, like, she just wants to plan her wedding. She didn't sign up for this. She didn't know that she was going to walk into a mess today. She needs to plan for that stuff. Oh, I lost my place. Mom, pick it up from here while I find my place.
Well, I don't know where we are. Maxie's upset because Griffin and Claudette and Nathan, it's all one big mess.
Okay, I found my place. So Nathan,
I took notes, but I'm not following them.
So Nathan's like, I get it now. Claudette didn't leave me. She didn't leave our marriage because, like, Griffin, he couldn't leave the priesthood. I'm like, yeah, you put that one together. So Griffin tells Nathan that he forgives him, and Nathan throws him against the wall, and all my dreams are coming true, to be quite honest with you.
That was a great scene. That was wonderful, except for what happened then, because then Maxie sees the writing on the wall.
Yeah, but we're not there yet, because that's in the end scene.
Oh,
don't skip to the end scene before the end scene.
I want to skip to the end scene.
So at the former Drulex's household that I need to rename because it breaks my heart, the faux lake house, I think it's going to be called. Lake house, same set, different lake house, if you know what I mean. So Sam checks on Alexis because they were all afraid she might have been sick and she missed Nicholas's funeral, and she's like, no, hungover. So Alexis wants good news, and Sam has to throw up first. So Alexis figures out real fast that she's pregnant because, again, she makes an off-the-cuff remark about how antacids won't work if it's morning sickness, and then it's like, you know, that's really how it went. That's exactly how it went.
Yeah,
so she's pregnant and malaria-free.
Oh, yeah,
and she's relieved, Sam's relieved that Julian won't be involved at all in the baby's life once the baby gets here. So she also tells them that they're engaged, and then Diane comes at the door, and Alexis says they're celebrating good news, like, don't say anything about my suspension.
She doesn't want anyone to know. She's going to hide it for a whole year.
Diane is Jason's lawyer, so she's like family. So they tell her that, you know, Sam's pregnant, and, you know, they're getting remarried. And Diane's like, this is great, because Alexis, you'll have something to do in your free time. And Alexis is like, stop. But she already said too much.
That's right. Sam got it.
Alexis tells Sam about the hearing and that her license has been suspended for a year. And she says that, you know, she's happy about Sam and, you know, that she gets to be a grandmother again. And she really is happy. But, you know, after Sam leaves, Alexis is mad at Diane. And Diane wants Alexis to go get dressed and just handle this, not like, you know, wallow. And Alexis goes upstairs. What?
Can we just revisit one thing, the suspension?
Yeah.
So Alexis is telling everyone she's suspended for a year, but that's not the whole story.
No.
They're going to reevaluate it at the end of the year to see who she hung out with.
She should do all the charity work. Like all of the charity work. Build like 5 houses for Habitat for Humanity.
Because it's not like a year goes by and she gets her license back. they might not give it back to her.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Go do some charity.
So I just wanted to
donate to a YouCaring in the description. Hey!
Oh, that would be a good way to get on the good side of that board. Yeah. Good idea.
At Windermere, Kevin apologizes to Laura for kissing her, and he says it won't happen again. And Laura's
so
sitting there
awkward.
like, oh.
It's like they're 19 or 18 years old. Like, these are grown people who they kiss, and then he's apologizing, and she's trying to tell him it's okay. And then he's like, oh, I know, because you want to go back to Luke. Like, where did he get that from?
I don't know. Like, she was saying the total opposite.
Yes, she was.
So, yeah. So
no
he
mixed
feels,
messages from her.
he feels he overstepped, and she's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, she kissed him as much as he kissed her. And then, you know, she says, you know, this has been building between us, and I want to leave my past in the past and focus on my future. And from that, he has decided that she wants to go back to Luke, but, like, literally she didn't even talk about Luke. What are you hearing? They need to do that exercise that Dante and Lulu did,
Yes.
where, like, you say something and then you say, like, what you heard the person say, because Luke seems to come up a lot when you're doing that exercise. So
but then they figured it out.
She's like, no, my past is my past, future, hey, and he's like, oh yeah, got it now.
Then he
like,
got
good
it.
job.
And then he says to her exactly what he said to her when he had the fever on the plane about the sleepwalking. Oh, was that
that was the next part. Go for it.
Next part. Oh, I'm so good. And that he was sleepwalking, and she brought him back, and she's like smiling, and then she tells him, that's what you told me on the plane. But she didn't tell him that right away because he asked her.
No. Yeah.
And she kept that back.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that shows, and he says, well, then that's really my feelings. It wasn't just the fever that was talking.
Mm-hmm. And then he asked her out on a date.
They're going to the Metro Court.
Yep. Later today for dinner.
Yes, because everyone else is there for lunch.
Yeah. Back at the PCPD, Valerie tells Jordan, Paul right there, that there is a lead in the General Hospital killer case.
Yes.
So Jordan asked Valerie if she could draw a sketch of said cufflink, and Valerie's like, I'm not good at drawing, but I could probably describe it, and it looked like a foreign coin, which I'm like, that is a strange looking cufflink. So Curtis asked if she would be able to recognize it if she saw it again. So somehow, someone has too much time on their hands, because there's a database of cufflinks.
That look
when
like
else
coins.
would this come
and
up?
It's
like
coin cufflinks.
Like what?
All these different ancient coins, and she's looking through them, and she finds it.
Yeah,
she finds the coin.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So Jordan then sends her home for the rest of the day for rest, and she's like, no, and Curtis is like, yes, we're going. Bye.
Yeah, because when your boss tells you to go home, you go home. That's an order. He even said that to her. You received a direct order. You must listen.
At the Metro Court, Sam tells Jason that Alexis missed the funeral because she was hungover, and he's like, your mom? And she's like, yeah. So, and that she's been suspended for a year, yeah, all that mess. And Sam says that, you know, she feels like she should have seen through Julian's con, and she kind of feels that, like, maybe Alexis wouldn't have given him so much, like, time if, like, Sam, you know, that whole thing hadn't happened. So she says that she told Alexis and Diane. See, I see the D and the A, and it just, and the N, it throws me off.
So now he's trying to keep the secret, but now...
Is he?
Yeah, who did he tell?
Oh, that's true.
He didn't tell anyone.
Liz knew before he did.
Right.
Okay,
That's the only reason they discussed it. But she's told,
like, you're taking over
everyone. And Elizabeth, though, now has told, oh, can we say this part or no?
That's in the end scene.
Oh, can't say that part yet. So she's explaining to Jason all the people she's told now, and he's beside himself. And how come he thinks Alexis doesn't like him?
Because she was always against the relationship because he was a mob enforcer, but then she went and married Julian Jerome.
I know, I don't understand that.
Hair flip.
Hypocritical.
Yes, Sam kind of hair flipped through that too.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
he's so cute.
And she's happy for them because, yeah, he's like, oh, your mom must be happy we're engaged. And she's like, no, she is. And that, you know, she really has no room to judge.
Yeah, she has no room.
I'm feeling extra sassy today.
You seem
I don't know what it is. Yeah. So Jason says that he told Jake that, he and Sam are getting married, and he seemed happy, and Elizabeth knows too, and she wishes them the best. At Valerie's or Curtis's, who knows? I don't recognize this set. I don't know where they are. I feel very disoriented right now.
I think they're at Valerie's home because he was getting ready to leave. And if they were at his home,
wouldn't it be funny
wouldn't
if
have left.
Valerie moved into Dante and Lulu's old place? Which, by the way, I didn't say this before, which I should have, but they never gave us a chance to say goodbye to Dante and Lulu's loft, and I kind of feel a little betrayed, because like that's been around since I pretty much started watching again in like 2009. That's when I started religiously
but maybe
again.
They're not saying goodbye, because I like your idea, because that's good for one person. If Valerie
That'd be
moves in
funny.
there,
But
that would be awkward.
I just, if we never see that set again, I'm going to be very sad because we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And I feel like as viewers, we should have gotten a chance to. Remember when the door used to be an elevator? Yeah, that was my favorite part. Yeah, okay. Anyway.
I don't think I watched it.
Yeah, and Lulu comes up and like Brooklyn was like kissing Dante and
yeah.
Lulu comes up, sees it and just punches her. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh, remember the days. Remember the days.
For me.
So anyway, Curtis steps Valerie up with ice, and she says she's been keeping him at arm's length because of what happened with Dante, and she didn't trust herself, but now she trusts herself with him. And now it's the end scene. So Valerie and Curtis sleep together, as you do when you have a head injury.
Yeah.
Jordan is going to give the cufflink flyers to the officers who are patrolling antique stores, but she's like looking at it, and she like might recognize it. There's like a hint there.
Yeah,
Something's
all of a
going
sudden
on.
She kind of stops. And she thinks it looks familiar.
Fill my cup.
So I don't know why it looks familiar to her, because I kind of thought it looked a little like Valentine.
Yeah, but
like
he hasn't been around. And a Roman coin Valentine, that'd be too obvious.
Well, I don't
why
know.
does he care? I don't know.
Well, I think he's coming back. Like, they claim he's in prison in Greece, but
well, yeah, but
he's
like
coming back.
He'd have no reason.
Well, but I mean, not him, but like
a Cassadine. Oh my God, it's Nicholas. Dun dun dun. So Kevin has a meeting first, and Laura wants to change. So they're gonna have their date is gonna be dinner. Which when he asked her out, I didn't think it was gonna be like immediately right now. Like no, it's dinner. Like what people. So Diane's taking Diane to lunch at the Metro
yeah, and Alexis is gonna go with them.
Yeah. Liz asked Jake if he's really excited about Sam and his father's engagement, and he's like, yeah, you know, Sam makes Dad happy just like Franco makes you happy, and she's like, oh, okay, kid. Maxie gets Nathan to leave Griffin alone, and like he storms out, and she goes after him, and Claudette's like, cool, now we can be together, and Griffin's like, no, like were you not just here?
Like,
did you not just see what happened? I was thrown up against the wall, and he wasn't strangling him, but he was like just growling in his face. I mean,
right, but don't you think like Griffin kissing Claudette was giving her the idea that this could continue, and then just because and then he goes, but when we're together people get hurt.
Yeah, people get hurt.
Lots of people get hurt. But then
so Maxie thinks Nathan is still in love with Claudette because when he's recounting the whole thing, he's like, he slept with my wife, and she's standing there like, your wife, your ex-wife, and why does that bother you so much?
Passionate about
and then, like,
it. Why does he care
he's
so
also
much?
like equally mad that like he was left kind of like, you know, to be guilty for years, but you know, he's a little bit too mad about that whole Olympic thing. So she thinks he's jealous, and she storms away from him.
I don't
know. Like, yeah, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
I think it's just he never got a chance to deal with these feelings back then when he was married to her. So like he's dealing with them now, even though like they're kind of obsolete. Like he just I don't know. I don't think he's in love with Claudette. I don't think so. I think he's just now he's been kind of freight trained.
He has to process it. Yeah.
So any
that was a good show.
Ending thoughts?
Well, just that I feel bad for Maxie. She's been through so much.
Yeah.
She just wants to have a nice wedding.
She does.
That's all she wants is a nice wedding. So that's my last thought, is a nice wedding for Maxie.
Okay. All right.
That includes Nathan.
Oh, boy. Or Griffin, hey.
Oh. Yeah, there was a little bit of chemistry earlier, but she is mad at him.
Yeah. Yeah. He betrayed her. All right. So, thank you for watching today's General Hospital recap. We're voting for Character of the Week, I think. Yes. And so we'll do those results on Monday, and I will see you Monday for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the end of the Olympics. The closing ceremony is on Sunday. I can't believe it's already over. And I will see you Monday. I hope I always say it twice just because I
well, enjoy your weekend.
Yes, enjoy your weekend.
And, I won't see you Monday.
No.
I don't think.
No.
But I will see you again
not until
before
what, the
I take over.
29th?
The following Monday.
Yeah. So whenever that is.
The following Monday.
Who knows? All right.
But this was fun.
This was fun.
I hope
right.
you enjoyed it too.
Yep, let us know what you thought in the comments. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta do a thumbs up.
Rambling on too much. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.